Jeff Holiday is a science-denying idiot. How about you explain how IQ doesn't exist? IQ does exist. What are you fucking talking about? Of course IQ exists.
You're a science dude.
I can do that.
You're a science-denying idiot, dude. So if Jeff has a heart attack, he's like, you know what? I don't want modern medicine.
I had no idea.
The Earth is a disc surrounded by a wall of ice. That's Jeff for sure.
I had no idea that IQ didn't exist and that I believed IQ didn't exist because I was sitting here actually knowing that IQ did actually exist. Weird.
I should probably be a Christian.
Like a summary of characteristics, and it's not complex enough to represent behavioral complexity, and you should just not use it as a guide in society, because it's okay to have less IQ. You can live good lives at low IQ. I've been in love with a very low IQ woman who would qualify as
because they do butt stuff.
I've been in love with low IQ women too.
Yeah,
no, but
you said you actually say to her though that you're a low IQ. You're like, look, baby, you're of a low IQ. It's low.
I hope he did.
I actually
did.
I think there's a law passing in California that if you fuck somebody 50 IQ points lower than you, it's rape.
No, and so JF said,
so Billy, everyone's gonna be raping you then?
Yeah, you're welcome.
It's a fetish. It's like liking an amputee.
In that stream that you were doing, that I was watching before we did the show, JF, you had a really interesting thing that you mentioned about how people who do have low IQs can actually be really good benefits to society. That IQ is not a predictor of how valuable you can be.
Yeah, we got to put our glasses on something.
That.
You know who proves that point is TJ, dude. Fucking TJ, dumber than fucking shit, low IQ motherfucker. But you know what? He is the American dream. He's lazy, he's fat, and he still makes enough money to support himself just yelling at a camera. TJ is the fucking defining person of low IQ, fucking not correlating to be, how successful you are in life.
At least he has a supportive brother.
I commend GF's position, and TJ is the fucking living proof to me.
TJ is proof that IQ doesn't exist.
Didn't TJ claim to have a high IQ though?
A lot of people
TJ's
claim
IQ,
that.
from a test I've actually seen him take, was probably like 140, is what I've seen him get.
That's a good size.
Why does the Streamlabs page freeze up after a few seconds? I have to type this fast. I have no idea. Call Streamlabs technical support.
Yeah.
All right, but thank you for your contribution.
Thank you.
And we're going to move on. We'll do Streamlabs later on in the show. Thanks to everyone who was so generous.
Yes.
It's time to move on.
Hey, JF, for the record, the girl that had the low IQ that you banged and fell in love with and everything, how low was it?
I mean, she was brilliant in certain ways. I think I may be one of the only persons who accessed her mind, and there was something really brilliant inside of her, but she was very closed and she was very delayed in her answers. And for most people in our society, they kind of push you for the answer, and she was always pushed by people around her. So she was considered retarded by her family.
You fucking downs, dude. This was getting worse and worse.
Over here.
She was very closed at first, but then I pried her mouth open and got answers out of her.
I went down on her like the syndrome.
She was tight, but she was
retard. Yeah, but it's fine, dude.
Many people say she was a retard.
She wasn't like she had the instant answer. If someone asked her a question, she would actually think about it and just take longer. So people are like, oh, she's retarded. She doesn't know how to respond to people. But when you actually got to know her and talk to her, you saw that that wasn't the case. She was just.
And by the way, she was a big Drunken Peasants fan. That's how she came to me. She saw me on Drunken Peasants, called me, and we had a relation for a few months. Then her father found her didn't agree that I was with her. So he had her found mentally incapable of making decisions for herself. And unfortunately, the state of Texas has ruled that she could not decide to be with me.
Wait.
Wow, really?
Are you telling me that a retarded Drunken Peasants fan wanted to bang you, and then the state of Texas had to be like, actually, she's too retarded to bang this Quebec man.
It's a very sad part of my life where
is this troll or no troll? No, can't be.
Kidnap her. And so when I talk against the authoritarian state, and I do take issue with some of what Jeff has said about the state, I'm very serious here. The state is currently invading on personal freedom and is using psychiatric excuses for it. And this was a very dramatic part of my life.
I'm really trying not to be mean. I don't want to be mean, but like, oh god, oh fuck me dead. Okay, but
I feel bad for JF right now. He's in love with this girl. This is traumatic.
This actually gives weight to his race relations things. If anyone knows retarded.
You know what, Jeff, you know what? You have to screw on the grounds of discrimination. 'Cause I know for a fact people in Texas do not like fucking people with French accents, dude. I fucking guarantee there was bias right there. They're like, you know what? This uppity French fuck want to come here and tell us what's what in Texas? Well, fuck him.
I just want to
say,
I want to say, if you want to fuck a mentally deficient person, as long as she's of legal age, I think it's perfectly fine.
I've met no wetter pussy in my entire life.
It wasn't like he was forcing it on her.
This touches upon another problem in society, which is victimless crime. So I was essentially being accused of raping this girl who would tell to the police, no, I'm totally fine here. I like this guy. We're going to live together. We get along well. And so we found ourselves with everyone around her wanting this to be a crime, but her saying, no, I've had the time of my life. This is all what I wanted. And in fact, I was very serious with this girl. I would have continued my life with her, but she decided otherwise, following the intimidation that she was victim of by the state of Texas.
I feel very sorry for you right now. I seriously, like, if she was
fucking relationship, and unfortunately it played out in a very dramatic and shitty way. I mean,
if she was developmentally disabled but in love, she should have that. Yeah, she should have that. She should enjoy the same pleasures that we as fully cognitive adults enjoy. Just because she was developmentally disabled does not mean she shouldn't be able to be in love. I think an episode of Glee touched on this. This is because she lives in Texas and not California. If she was in California, JF would be banging her brains out right now.
Exactly, dude. Like, you know what? If that's what you want to do and she wants to do it and she's capable of consenting to making that decision, then they should be able to do it. They're both adults. Why not?
And it's a shame on everybody saying this is a troll or not a troll situation. This is definitely not a troll. It was let off that she was a DP fan, so it's confirmed she's retarded. No, I do feel sorry to hear this, JF.
I can relate. My wife's a fucking idiot.
But she's. But she's hot as shit.
And I found another girlfriend, and we're currently having a baby. So everything went well. But I find this invasion of the state and individual liberties very grave. And I've been bringing this case to courts of appeal to just for the sake of protecting the rights of handicapped people to have the freedom to do what they want.
Well, or who they want.
I do agree with that. I mean, just because you have some sort of disability doesn't mean you should waive all of your rights.
Yeah.
Was it Ryby?
Ryby doesn't live in Texas.
No, it was
True.
Not Ryby.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like how I asked if it was Ryby, and Ben's like, Ryby doesn't live in Texas, dude. It wasn't that Ryby isn't developmentally disabled. It was Ryby.
Yeah, she doesn't live in Texas, and she wouldn't travel to Texas.
He can't even speak. He's overcome with emotions right now, hearing about the case, JF. He's overcome.
You know, like the thing is, when you're doing Drunken Peasants too, it's always bants, it's always like being mean, being cruel, that sort of thing. And like, honestly, no, I'm good, man. I don't want to be mean. It honestly sounds like a shitty situation, to be honest with you.
It does.
No.
Yeah.
You know what?
There's nothing that this guy said which is wrong, by the way. This is just a conservative looking at the current world and complaining against sexual promiscuity.
It's promiscuity. You have to only have sex with the retarded girls. Because they cannot get diseases. The lack of chromosome means they cannot pick up the STD AIDS or anal gonorrhea.
He's ready and say, you know what? This is really...
I take issue with Phil Robertson because I know what kind of argument he's going to make and where he's going to make it from, but not necessarily the message of it. Yeah, I mean, there's things I can agree with there.
Hollywood definitely is full of sin.
Getting it right, but with the wrong methods.
Someone in the chat just said, you cannot get the STDs from licking the legs.
That is not true. You can get herpes.
Yeah.
That's true. You could get herpes.
Anti-feminist, anti-intellectual, Am I ableist? No, I guess I'd make love to a handicapped woman. Brain devices that are aimed at cultivating guilt on this question.